Howdy! Today I'm making another stir fry. I have a cup of rice measured out here. I'm gonna let this start simmering off camera with about a cup of water. For my protein of choice, I'm going with tofu again. You could do something like fake chicken or tempeh actually, but I think I like tofu the most. This tofu is a little bit weird because it was unintentionally frozen because the fridge was so cold. So the texture is going to be a little bit different. And it's also like really soft and could break apart really easily. Yeah, I can tell this is going to be a bit botched. By the way, the goal of this stir fry is to be as easy as possible, pretty much. So you'll see that I'm using frozen veggies instead of fresh veggies because fresh veggies are too difficult to chop up, especially right now when I'm really hungry and I just want to eat as fast as I can. Honestly, even just chopping tofu is too much effort. These cubes of tofu look so weird because of the fact that it was frozen. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like bread almost. Like look at that. It's so crumbly. Anyway, we're just gonna have to make do with this. Take you over here now. All right, I'm turning this on high. I'm adding a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Depending on how healthy you want this to be, you can add more or less. Now, technically, you should let this heat up a good bit, but I think I'm just gonna add the tofu and veggies right away because I don't care. Now I'm gonna add these frozen veggies. I'm adding most of the bag, but not the whole bag. So I don't want to overcrowd the pan too much. So basically for the next like 10-15 minutes, I'm gonna let this cook and occasionally flip it around a bit. And I'll probably have to turn it down to medium eventually, but for now it's okay on high. And then I'm gonna add my flavoring stuff. There's a decent amount of water that needs to be cooked off, and we want it to be a little bit golden brown. So it might actually take a while. Probably not more than like 15 minutes though. All right, things are starting to brown a bit, so I'm going to add the flavorings. Normally people make the sauce in a separate bowl and then add it on top at the end, but I'm too lazy for that. So I'm gonna add all of the ingredients that I would put into the sauce just right in there, one by one. Because again, we're feeling lazy today, so I can't be bothered with stuff like that. First we got some soy sauce, then some rice vinegar, a little bit of sesame oil, garlic powder, crushed red pepper, teaspoon of sugar, pepper, and sea salt, as much as you want. Now I'm just gonna zhuzh it around. And I need to turn it down actually. I would say it's nearly done, but I'm gonna let it simmer for at least a couple more minutes. All right, I think this is done, so I'm gonna plate my food. There's a shot of my food. It smells pretty good. I know a lot of people like to have a thick brown sauce that you can put on top of it, which is kind of what I did last time I made my stir fry, but I'm kind of traumatized by how much cornstarch I put in and the resulting overly thick sauce. So even though there's not like a gooey brown sauce, over top of it now. At least it's not creepy like it was last time. You know what I mean? I mean, it does look really good. I'm just gonna have to try each individual bit. The tofu's good. The flavor is really good, to be honest. I think it's the right amount of saltiness. That specific block of tofu is weird because only parts of it were previously frozen. So those parts have a weird texture, and then there are some cubes that are just normal, like this one. And honestly, I like both, but I could see a lot of people not liking that because people are picky. The rice is just like regular rice. I didn't put any flavorings on it, so it's best to eat it with the veggies and tofu. The snow peas are good, but they're kind of soft and mushy. It's probably because I used frozen vegetables. If I had used fresh snow peas, it might have a little more bite to it, which is probably what I would prefer. But honestly, I still can't complain too much. The flavor is really good. It's kind of the same deal with all the other veggies too, like the pepper and the edamame. They're just a little bit too mushy. But again, at least it is easier this way. At least I didn't have to spend like 15-20 minutes chopping up veggies. So I would rather sacrifice the texture for convenience than have to always do so much chopping. I don't know, it's up to an individual's preferences, but for me, this is quite fine. Better than fine, quite delicious. And pretty healthy too. I didn't add that much unhealthy stuff, I feel. This is actually so good. I'm obsessed with this food. I'm really looking forward to eating this the rest of the week for my lunch. But that's all I have to say about it.